Hello everyone, my friends, I hope you're very well. Today we have this very short video, I think it's going to be short, on this little guy that maybe you have seen before if you've seen some of my old videos. This is my little ficus root over rock project. As you can see, it's doing okay. It's a bit battered up really, because last summer season, like I've said before, the heat was unbearable here where I live, and so I've had to get used to, the heat being very, very high, and the little plant having very, very little soil, and therefore very, very little water. So having to water constantly in its new little bonsai pot. Anyway, so as you can see, it still has leaves because it's a tropical tree. It's a ficus, after all, a Ficus microcarpa, the tiger bark variety. And so you can see that it's still got leaves, but it's dormant. You can see that the tree has slowed down for the season, and it's recovering all of its strength, if you will, if it's resting, so that it can push new growth for the next season, for next spring, with all of the resources that I gathered during the autumn, during the fall. So, like we did with the, what was the other tree? Oh yeah, the juniper. The juniper, we can do some wiring on it. And so that's what we're gonna do today. Sorry, I just put this down, but I'm gonna pick it up again. So we can see that the main structure of the plant is gonna be very simple. But still, we can do some things to it so that it looks even better. We can continue to trim and control the height of the tree. But it'd be a very good idea if we could go over the growth of these trees in pads, in little levels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire this branch and this branch like this, so that it can continue to grow, like I said, in levels and pads. And that's going to, improve the structure of the plant. What I got here is a little bit of that iron, steel wire that I've used before. But this one, it's a bit thinner, Therefore, it's a bit more malleable. And we're going to use this for this secondary branching, if you will, secondary wiring. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wire this little branch with this little back branch, and together I'm going to move them in order to place them in their right position. So here I go. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to try and do this in real time, but as usual, I might pause it just so that we can have an interesting video and not a very long, tedious video. Yeah. So let's see what we can do. And like I mentioned in my previous video, this is something that we can do this time of year. Oh, there goes a little leaf. Because we don't have new growth, we don't have little buds that we can damage. We don't have, the tree growing, and we don't stress it so that the new growth, and so that the new leaves are stressed, and we could dampen their activity, so pretty simple. I'm also going to add another little piece of wire to the apex, to the apical branch, so that we can bend it and bring the total height of the tree a little bit further down. Let's see if we can. Okay, so I think there we will be able to see. So we carefully bring this down, like so. What was that? Oh, there's another leaf. I think. Okay, so we place it there. Maybe a little bit to the left. Okay, there. Maybe a little bit to the right. Okay. Maybe even further down and then going up. Yeah. I think this is maybe not ideal because it's got long leggy branches, but if we cut, then we can see the result. Okay, so that's the first branch that we're going to move there in place. Let's continue with the second one. Yeah, so this will be a back branch, and we're going to be able to cover this little plane over here that was otherwise empty. So we just put it there. I'm going to pick the camera up so you can see better. Yeah, so you can see that this one and this one are the branches that we're working on. And yeah, you know, the future we can cut this and this so that they don't grow, you know, upwards like that, and they can grow horizontally. And like I said, the last branch that we're gonna move is this one over here. We're just gonna give it a little bit of movement, and we're gonna bring it down a bit so that, you know, the overall height of the tree can be this high. So let's go ahead and do that. Sorry about the camera movements, and I don't want to make you dizzy, but I don't like editing videos either, so sorry. Okay, a bit of wire. We can anchor it in the main trunk. Maybe just a bit more. Leaves are falling left and right. Oh, and I'm also accidentally making them fall. But like I said, these are old leaves that the tree is gonna naturally replace next spring. There we go. Okay, so now that we got that little piece of wire there, we can go ahead and bend the apex into place. A little bit of movement towards the back, and then a little bit towards the front like this. Maybe just a bit more. Like so. I'm gonna pause the video because I can hear someone pulling up to my driveway, so see you in a bit. So I think we're done on the wiring, and this is the final result, semi-final result. You can see that originally this was, you know, straight, but I gave it a little bit of movement so that this branch would be now a little branch over there, And I think it kind of works, you know. Before it was straight, but now it's a bit, you know, to the side like that. And now in the future, this little branch can cover this little plane, this little space that we got that right here. This is the branch that we moved here. Remember that it was growing to this side, and we can see that there it's now in place. The little back branch that we got there, it's also in place now. Maybe if I can bring this a little down. Yeah, I think this one works better as an apex. Would you say so? And this as a little branch over here, you know? Yeah? What do you guys think? I think so. Anyway, so yeah, another thing that we can do is I'm gonna just trim some little branches so you can see the structure of the tree. And remember, these little branches will get replaced. Yeah. And we're just basically telling the tree, okay, so when you wake up in spring, I want branches here and here and not here and not here. You know? This is something that we can do. Sorry, this is gonna make for a very jumpy video, but I was tinkering around with the wiring, the final location of the branches that we wired, and as you can see, this is the one, and this is the one, and this is the apex. We decreased the overall height of the tree, and I'm doing this because my memory card is full. Anyway, so I also wanted to tell you that because I've been wiring with a hose, some of the substrate came out. I just replaced it, and I also collected a little bit of moss, so we can see that our little guy is bulbing and is going, I think, in the right direction. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a very, very good week. I hope you're staying safe. If you have any comments, questions, doubts, anything, drop them down below, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye.